All right, well, while we are talking about those who are forging history, I want to move on to two women keeping history alive through spoken word and even making some in the process. Please welcome Atlanta's premier storyteller, Mama Koku, and world-renowned drummer, Omelika Kuumba.
Omelika! Omelika! I am Mama Koku, and this is my sister, master drummer, Omelika, and we are here to share a story. We're here to share a story of Black history. Griots, jeles, praise singers are called upon to remember and retell many stories, folk tales, fables, fairy tales, myths, and legends. But I tell you people, telling the true story of life and death, victory and defeat, joy and pain is the most honored and sacred story that a storyteller relives and releases over and over so that it may be passed on, so that we may learn, so that we may grow, so that we may never forget. So when I say a story, Omelika, say a black story. Here we go. Oh, a story, a story.
A black story.
A story, a story.
A black story.
A story, a story.
Black story.
This story starts in the motherland, Africa. We know that all life began there. We know that all life came from one black woman who lived 3.2 million years ago, who is the mother of the human race. Some call her Lucy or Deaconess. Today we call her the beginning of Black history. Oh yes, rising, rising. That's where human life came, and it spread and populated the entire world. And as we focus on the motherland, we celebrate the great civilizations that rose from the earth. Oh, you say Songhai,
Songhai.
Benin,
Benin.
we say Mali,
Mali.
we honor Egypt, we say Zimbabwe,
Zimbabwe.
Ghana, oh, Kush. Oh, these were the homes of scientists, artists, farmers, teachers, mothers, builders, leaders, y'all. Leaders like Mansa Musa, Queen Nzinga, leaders like Amina, brilliant people, beautiful people, strong people. These are the beginning. These are the people of our history. Oh, and so as they moved through history, this people, these black people, there came a dark time. There came a time where there was no light. Many were stolen. Many were sold, kidnapped, enslaved, brutalized, traumatized, dehumanized, forced to build in a strange land. But freedom was being prayed for. Freedom was being hoped for. Freedom was being fought for. And blood was being shed. Blood was being shed. And those who fought for that freedom, I call out the name of Harriet Tubman, leading over 300 enslaved to freedom. Nat Turner, willing to die and kill for freedom. Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass, they spoke and wrote to the masses about freedom. They are a part of the history. They are a part of the ones who were able to break the chains. Freedom was won, but freedom was not realized. And working to realize that freedom, we had Ida B. Wells, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Kwame Nkrumah, Mandela, oh, all of them, Desmond Tutu, organizations like the Black Panthers, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, so many that I cannot name, but all of them were a part of this history, this black history, this freedom. These seeds were planted. These seeds were planted, and they began to sprout. They began to grow, and some, they grabbed it. Washington. Some made science, like George Washington Carver and Annie Easley. Some made business, Madam C.J. Walker, Alonzo Herndon. Some, they became astronauts with their freedom, Mae Jemison, Guillaume Bluford. Some became artists, oh, Ernie Barnes, oh, Augusta Savage, athletes, Jackie Robinson, Jesse Owens, Muhammad Ali, all of them. Others, they used their freedom to make even more freedom, like Barbara Jordan, like Shirley Chisholm. Some were actors, Sidney Poitier. Some were dancers, like Catherine Dunham, the Nicholas brothers. Some were singers, Sarah Vaughan and Ella Fitzgerald. Oh, and some used their freedom to write and create, to take us away. Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, James Baldwin, Zora Neale Hurston. Outstanding. All of them, they wanted to make and create more freedom. With their freedom, some decided to invent things. They decided to make things. Oh, like telecommunications, Shirley Jackson. Like Mark Dean, a computer scientist. Gladys West. Oh, we would not have a GPS if it weren't for Gladys West. Several used their freedom to entertain, like Sammy Davis Jr., Pearl Bailey, Dorothy Dandridge. Oh, journalists, Ed Bradley, Oprah Winfrey. Freedom rang in the hearts and minds that led to presidents, leaders. Nelson Mandela. Oh, Ellen Johnson, a woman president of Liberia, and a president of this United States, Barack Obama. It is a beautiful, remarkable, amazing Black history, all coming together to create an amazingly beautiful Black future. And that is only a small part of the story. The end, but not.